Hey guys, I'm not even sure if I'm actually here. Yes. For some reason, I would bring up my live events and it would always show me the link of where I am right now. Let me see. What did I name this? Something like questions. Um, and I don't see it. Let me go to my channel. Oh, yikes. I just got up a little while ago, guys. Yes, I know. Let me see. Hold on. um, Video manager, I think. Go to my channel. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry because I do want to bring up my. I think I'm on, and you guys can't even tell me. Okay, let's see. Would know that I would. That's an old one. Let me bring up a new one. I'll find it there.
Hey girls,
video. Oh, shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Okay. There I am. Okay, hold on. Let me come in here and mute myself.
One.
Okay. Hey guys. Hey. Hey guys. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see. Hey, Mama Mouse. Thank you for that. Gorgeous to you too. Hello, Snowflake. Welcome. Here's Billy Crackhead. Oh gosh. Okay, I woke up and I always know something. Well, I knew when I made that video last night. I mean, if you've been around YouTube and you make a response that is the truth and it's not hurtful to anybody, but you know that you've just actually spoken your truth. And there are people out there who have anger issues, or there are people out there who are just known to bully and harass people. If you don't stay in line, that you're going to get a response. And that's why a lot of people don't do that sort of stuff, is because they know certain people will bully and harass until you stay in line, and then that'll be it. Wait, Biggest, you're not an admin here? Oh my God, that's funny. Okay, hold on. Add moderator. So I got a lot of really nice. I actually feel worse for the people who responded back to me more than not that more than for myself. I don't mean it like that. That's who I'm really thinking about right now, is because people felt really, really bad. And that really warms my heart, that they felt really bad because they know what I'm going through. Moshi, don't rip up the Kleenexes. He got a little Kleenex packet. He's a little Kleenex ripper. Ask Rory, she can tell you. It was like we came home and it was like some Kleenex factory exploded on the floor because he ripped apart these things. But it doesn't, I expected it, so it doesn't bother me. Whatever, when you're friends with somebody, and if they're a person online who likes to fight, what was fine before, it's not real. Like, those kind of friendships aren't real. If they're a person online that likes to fight, what was normal and that they helped you about and spoke to you about when you were friends, suddenly when you step out of line becomes the most horrific thing, and you should be tarred and feathered and crucified for. So knowing that, I didn't expect any different. And this is gonna like throw shade, and it is my truth, but I didn't expect anything from a person who is wash, rinse, repeat. You get a bunch of people. Boris, I'm talking about. Boris gets a bunch of people that he gets to be friends. He has an online girlfriend. He gets a bunch of people who he befriends on panel. They're completely nice to him. They try to uplift him. They try to support him because they know behind the scenes, they know what's going on, and they try to support him. But if you can't be there enough for him, then he will completely turn on you. And especially if he breaks up and gets back together with his girlfriend, all the friends are like tossed out, and we're having that wash, rinse, repeat cycle again. So they'll be trashing me right now. I'm not even like trying to stay away from it this time. I just know what's being said. She should get a job. She should, what was the stuff before? Oh, she said she's going to do things and she doesn't do things. And she, the same things that are said just back and forth all the time. Him is Boris. So that's what, he's the one person I stayed away from and didn't even try to mend and have a friendship with last time, because he was the person who, you know, after the stuff happened, I guess supposedly he even said that. He said, I can't even fathom with a person who was just that mean, who you were there, and you know, you were I thought a confidant or a friend, and I told you what was going on, and you thought I was being from what I heard, a see you next Tuesday, and so you went and told somebody, and they found the divorce records and put it all online. I mean, it's like, I don't know how else to say it. You were friends with somebody, and I'm sure that you don't have your panels up there right now. I'm sure you're doing the same thing. And I'm sure this is going to elicit more responses. And trust me, guys, this is my last response to it. It doesn't bother me. I appreciate, thank you, Michelle. Hey, I got your other message too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. It is what it is. And there's and if you've been around long enough, you identify these certain people that people either stay friendly with, because it's better to be friendly with people like that than have them and their 50 troll accounts trolling you or bashing you, or you completely stay away from them and like out of their radar, and not rock the boat. So then they don't do hangout after hangout after hangout after you. Or if you are in the mindset, of which I have not been for quite a long time, of where you want to just stand up and, you know, stand your ground and say, hey, you can't do that to me. You know, he could do whatever he wants. He can do this. I'll go about my day with my positive people and, you know, my normal people, and check back in 6 months from now, and it'll be wash, rinse, repeat again. It'll be, he will break up with his girlfriend. He will have those people, he will get some new friends because of it. They will stay with him, preferably female. They will stay with him on panel and on the phone 24/7. And then said girlfriend will work her way back in, and then he will dump all the people, and then whoever she wants him to trash, he'll go and trash. So that's exactly it. Yes. If I stay quiet, they'll forget about me and find a new victim. Right. That's how, and that's not just this situation. You guys know, if you've been on here long enough, come here, Moshi. Yes. There are those kind of people everywhere. It's nothing new. That they'll do that too. It really does put things into perspective. It really does. Because I'm not even just up here right now faking it till I'm making it. You can hear it in my voice. I'm really not. It's totally fine. I am unfazed by anything. Like I said, I am only feeling bad for people who felt bad for me. So don't feel bad for me with them, because you guys identify it. You guys know it. Let it roll through a couple of hangouts. Let it roll through a few things, and then that'll be it. So that's all I want to say on them. But I did want to say is, if there are some good questions I thought in Rory's hangout that weren't coming up before, but doesn't even matter if trolls bring them up or not to cause trouble. If anybody has any questions that I could actually, exactly, Mama Mouse. If anybody has any questions that you're kind of curious about me, you know, that I can answer, because I am going through the divorce right now. I did see Mara say that there are other places besides, I wouldn't call Amazon really luxury. People had asked for an Amazon wish list. I was in a private group with a few people, and they had said, it's just really easy. You know, do you have Amazon Prime and blah, blah, blah. And they said, just put this on there. And it was really nice. And I purposely, you know, I know people like Nina Santiago and other people have had Amazon wish lists full of like jewelry and clothing and, all this other stuff, unless it was something that was needed or something that I could actually really use to help me through this time. I didn't put it on there. I guess, yeah, maybe the water wasn't, and I'm just being real because I wouldn't see it that way. If I saw somebody who did that, I wouldn't view it that way. Like they put on a certain kind of water, not this water. I think I put other different options and I can go on there and do other ones too, if it's going to make everybody happy. But the people who had wanted it said it didn't matter. But I know people get jealous. I get it. You know what I mean? It's like they get angry or a little bit jealous or, and I get it. I get all that comes along with the territory. Trust me, by this summer, hopefully, no, Moshi, you always want to play when I'm out here. No, you go play. You go get your toy. Oh, get your toy. Hold on a second, guys. Let me get a pillow for this. Okay. Hey, Street Life, welcome. I'm just talking about, YouTube drama that was going on. I'm not mad at you, James. Hi, James. I'm sorry, I just didn't see it. Prisoner of Knowledge. I think, aren't you, what's his name? Slim? Seriously, don't worry about the boy drama making it to court. Oh, I already know about that. That's it's the stuff that's here is stuff that's already in court. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's not like strategy. The only thing would have to be worried about is if strategy. Arizona is a different sort of a state. Arizona, other states, you can have a trial and it's, I'll just tell you, usual procedure. Other states, like I'm being told in California, court cases, trials can go on for a long time. Thankfully, in Arizona, it's considered a long trial if it's a 1 6-hour day. So that means each side gets 3 hours. Now, that's a long day. So if each side gets 3 hours to present a case, you're presenting things that have pretty much, merit to the case. Numbers, what this is worth. They're not, it's just, and pretty much Arizona is a state that, not pretty much, it is a state where you really worry about, from what I'm being told, you really worry about a lot of stuff, but they go in there and it's a no-fault divorce state. It's a split half down the middle. You just have to go in there and prove what something is worth. It's got nothing to do. You can be, I say something different if I wasn't off of a G-rated chat room. But you can be in there, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Picture, I could be in there being the worst case scenario and it wouldn't matter. It's all about the money. They go in there and they split it right down the middle. Primarily, they take off something for this or they take off something for that, but that's primarily how it's done. And people, worry about a lot of stuff. So let me get this. Hey, Holly D. Oh, it does. Let me see. I'm sorry. You see, I was even. Oh, it did for me. So I don't know. And if anything on there, you know what? I was just adding things last night. So it's got, I see, like mint tea or something on there, or things to make eggs, or things to be healthy, or it's not everything is perfect. There's paper towels, there's beef jerky, there's MRE things. I know the MRE things, I thought I was going to do videos on the MRE and then eat the MRE. And MREs are actually a very tasty and a very, what's not trying to say? Like, it has everything in different food categories because they have, the dietitians that put together the meals and stuff. It's got water on there, dog food, dog treat, thing to cook the stuff in. So whatever, if somebody sees anything, it doesn't matter. If someone doesn't want to either, oh my gosh, it's completely not even expected at all. It's just because I was taken privately and asked and said that somebody else was asked of somebody else who does hangouts, and I was asked. And I've given to people who have had wish lists, and it's pretty easy because I didn't have to ship things out. It's shipped through Amazon, and so it was pretty easy. And I would open it up on cam or whatever and give proper thanks, and nobody has to if you don't want to. Really, it's completely fine. And if you guys are in here and if you would like to give me a thumbs up, I greatly appreciate that, because I would like to. Oh, that would be a good idea. A DT gift card, Dollar Tree gift card on there. I will look. This is all new to me. This is all really, really new to me. And so, I mean, I'm just overwhelmed by people. Really, I'm overwhelmed by people actually caring. I'm really overwhelmed by people caring. And I'm not going to let that's what one of the persons said to me is don't let this, what happened with them coming back with videos, overshadow all the good that people have felt about you or make you feel a certain way. And it doesn't even do that for a minute, not even for a minute, because people are kind, and I expect that. I was lucky to get through, just because I kind of, you guys know, I tried to stay friends, with people. But when it came up as far as the Dave and Becca thing, and people had asked how that came up, he didn't just give to me. I reached out to them first, and that was months ago. I reached out to Becca, and people had knew about that too, because I had said something. And it went very slowly. A couple correspondence back and forth between myself and Becca, and a real correspondence of listening, on both sides. And I did see Steve saying that they were nice even after being dragged for months, and they are completely nice. I will never, ever, ever be able to say how much that felt. I didn't feel, and I'm just being honest, that it was a one-sided dragging. I felt that we were dragging each other. That's how I felt. And I didn't feel how I felt is when I was said that I'm dragging somebody for months and months and months. I know it appears that way for somebody else on the other side, because you're the one being dragged. And so when I say something like I felt I was being dragged, it may not feel that way to the other side, because they're not the ones. So I get all that too, where, it's your own perspective, how you feel about things. I'm really happy to get down to the real situation. And I'm happy that this man, I know that Dave is ill, and I'm happy that something bad didn't happen to him. And then I felt later on, why didn't I listen to myself? That's the biggest thing, guys. That's the biggest thing. I am happy. And it reminded me of the little Rosie situation, because I think that there's a lot, this is just my own personal opinion. I don't know anything specifically, but I think that there's a lot of stuff that Dave and Becca don't tell you about his health, about how bad it is, because I don't think a lot of men are going to want to be perceived that way or as being weak. That's just how I feel. From some little hints that I've gotten here and there along the way, behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. And I feel that, if anything, I'm completely erring on the safe side, of which I truly believe that if anything were to ever happen, I'm not sitting out there bashing this man. And then it turns out that this man didn't have to, and his wife gave to me. Neither of those other two people who spent tons of time trashing me last night tried to help. Not saying that they had to at all, but they didn't try to help monetarily. Um, so anyways, that's really all that I wanted to say about them, that it doesn't, you know, about Boris and about Lindy, that it doesn't affect me, it doesn't bother me. Um, there was something else I was gonna say and I can't remember what it was. Hold on, let me go back here and thank you. Thank you very much, Mama Mouse. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'd like to. Let's see. Can you add me on YouTube Messenger here? Let me let me go here. Hold on. I don't even know how to do that sort of a thing. Go to channel. Oh, I'm not even subscribed to you. Oh my gosh. Doggy style and how I thought I was subscribed to you. Well, now I am. That's horrible. Okay. Oh, look at the doggy styling and profiling. Oh. Okay. Yeah, because I've had the most questions about if we're gonna do a hangout. Let me find my way back here. Ooh. If we're gonna do a hangout regarding, oh gosh, guys, let me find my way back. I have Pittsburgh condominiums pulled up here for a reason. LCD talks about every alleged illness he has. He isn't trying to downplay his alleged cancer. Sometimes people do that, ambient CR, though. Sometimes like the real one, or the one that's the strongest, the one that they could get you at. My brother did that. And this is the only thing. He is almost a carbon copy of how my brother acted, which is very hard because the way that Dave, you know, is just this personality and he's live and in your face and he's going to get like my brother would be the one who would find like if my brother's wife Roxana, if she was busy or she just didn't want to go out with him that day, my brother would get in his pickup truck and he would find like Deb the neighbor, Deb the RN, and take her out and go do something. And you know, he really wanted to grab a lot out of life. And so it's just the way that he would be up and doing, you know, he wouldn't do hangouts then, but he'd want to just talk and he'd want to I remember wasn't even my brother's or my nephew's birthday party. I guess another live stream is being done about me, but it wasn't even my brother's birthday party. I thought I had the people blocked. I'm going to have to make sure I go and unsubscribe because I don't even need to see this. It wasn't even my nephew's birthday, but what happened was my brother went out and had like a huge birthday party for them and for him, and just like went around and invited all the neighbor kids, and it was his 13th birthday, and my nephew was like, Dad, I don't even know them. But he did everything big and bold 6 months prior to him dying. And so it just, you know, I remember when I first heard about how afterwards, and if he doesn't, thank God he doesn't. If he doesn't have cancer, then thank God he doesn't. But I can only say how I believe. If I was a betting person, just on my own experience, I would bet that he does. And I will I'm Oda. I am now, girl, subscribed to you, and I would like to get to those videos. 60s flower child, thank you very much. Yeah, I always like to an email. Yeah, let me put it in here. I always am like confusing my new one and my old one. I'll give you my old one because I'm using both right now. So nichmada@gmail.com. There's that. Let's see. I know that Rory tonight is going to be going out to the races. Her husband's at the races. They get like this VIP thing, and she's going to be touring they have like tons of RVs. Her father-in-law's RV must be as big as a house. I swear. It is a house. You could live it. I don't know. It's like absolutely huge. So that's going to be fun. We are. Am I not subscribed to you either? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I gotta check this out. This is gonna be. I'm not. Oh my gosh, I was. I promise you, I was. Girl, oh my gosh, I have some catching up to do. I have some catching up to do. I love you. Well, I will be catching up to do this, and you guys go subscribe to her channel too, because she's got a lot of video and she's a good person. And she's a good person, and I'm happy now. I have videos to catch up on while I do my stuff. I am very happy. Yeah, Juice people do. Oh, did she get money? Ugh. But Juice, yeah, people do lie about it to get money, and you see Dave and Becca aren't. I mean, they're the people who are passing out money. I know cancer is a big thing to be lied about around here. And I get that. And, you know, that's tough because there are people who have burned people on there and have had, you know, GoFundMe's and fundraisers for them, and they haven't. But Dave and Becca they've really helped out the community, and they've helped out the community quietly. Now, when you're a person who have received some help from them, you kind of maybe hear a little bit about the other people who quietly, maybe they don't have channels. There's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of other people who don't get the super chat. They really do help out people. And not just if you're in a need. It's like if you've got a new channel and they want to, you know, give you a little boost, and they'll send you a little nice tip, a big nice tip. So there are people who give back and they're not taking. That was my big thing too, is I used my mind, because people were always saying it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. And it's like, when is the scam going to start then? When is the scam? Okay, this is good. You know, 3 months in. Okay, I get it. You got to like put a little bit of money out there to get a little bit of money, all that stuff. And it's like, when is the scam going to start? When is it? They just keep on giving away. They have been unfairly targeted, meaning to me, the crime didn't fit the punishment. It's not saying that they're innocent and have not done anything at all, not at all. But there are plenty of other people who do the same thing and get away with it all the time. I think is if certain groups of people want to target somebody, they can have a whole bunch of other different names, and you don't understand you change the whole dynamic of a chat room when you have somebody in there under 5 different accounts, because you can be logging in and off of a laptop, of a couple of old phones, of an iPad, and these people are like revving it up. I'm just telling you guys, look at the name. Now, if they're normal names, if it's like the Juice, if it's Mama Mouse, if it's 60s Flowers Child, these are all normal people. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how normal they are, but no, ha ha ha. But these are all normal people. But when you get in there, Dragon's Law, or I don't know, some of these other names, if somebody had a list of them, and you go, where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? You know, and they will reuse names too. It's happened to me. It really works. It works. It works to put little tiny nuggets of information out there. Like, what would have happened to me before if I would have bought into the whole thing, right? Is you could, and it'll still, little nuggets will still be out there. And that's why I'm saying, if anybody has any questions, guys, please, 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 please. Ooh, tacos for dinner. Woo! 60s Flower Child. Okay, I'm gonna subscribe to you. Anybody in here who has a channel and you want people to subscribe, let me know. Oh, did you do that? I want to do that St. Jude. That St. Jude Foundation information video that people are kind of like re-uploading. I thought that was nice to kind of pass the word around that Tucker didn't lie about the St. Jude and this is how it works. And I saw that Dave was one of them who passed it around. Diane was another one that passed it around. And just to get the word out there that, you know, because I know Mama Beth was Mama Beth. Sorry, Mama Bear. I was getting confused. Sorry, Mama Beth. I don't mean that. I just mean it's the Mama Beth, Mama Bear. So they use brand accounts so they can change names and still be on the same account. Yes. Yes, Otame, exactly. So you use the brand account and you can just easily go up there and click back and forth. And it looks like you just look at the names. The answer is really there because they can't hide that there's suddenly this person that people know. And primarily in our chat rooms, even if it's a name that we don't see all the time, but they can copy other names too. So if you want to go even further, you can click on their name and see if they have, you know, some subscribers. But you can tell, because what I've noticed is that most people don't have this, like right now I have Boris as subscribed and he calls Rory Casey Anthony. Do you guys get the kind of, do you guys get the inner workings of somebody who would call somebody Casey Anthony? A mother. I mean, do you get how there's a level that you just shouldn't cross? And I mean, that speaks volumes about that person. Is just, let me go for the jugular. Let me try to hurt you. Let me try to hurt you. Let me try to, it's all out there for anybody to see. And those things won't be popping up on my computer next time. It doesn't even bother me at all. And I know I just don't want it to bother Rory, but I don't think it bothers Rory either. Yeah. Yeah. But just look, I don't get it. I don't get it. And he will, the one thing I will say is that he goes because he can't stand the drama, right? He can't stand the drama. Usually it's right before a breakup with Lindy. He can't stand the drama. So he totally pulls away from everything and pulls away and goes and starts making candles and goes and starts doing this whole thing, only to come back when him and Lindy are back together with this vengeance. Like your whole relationship is just based on completely trashing people, or like he wants to make her happy by trashing people, or it makes him feel, I'm not saying that, I know that, or it makes him feel big man on campus for trashing people like that. But it would say a lot more about a person's character, manliness, if you didn't do things like that, or did things like that when they were warranted. Even like if it's about somebody, all Rory did was have an opinion. You know, all Rory did is, hey, Vegas Barbie, is this really you? If it is, why don't you have your wrench? Hold on a second. Go to your channel. Go to your channel. I believe it is. Yes, it is. Hey, Vegas Barbie, I saw you, or I heard you. I was in and out listening. Oh, did I just? No, here I am. On Mallory's. If you guys don't know, our resident Vegas Barbie, who is gorgeous on the inside as well as out, was actually on Mallory's panel last night. So she is no longer a virgin. Our Vegas Barbie is no longer a virgin, I must say. Yes. I know. It was awesome. Mallory's awesome too. Some of them weren't popular in high school and they get online someday and suddenly they're power hungry. I don't know what it is. No, I was so happy to hear you. I was so happy to hear you. I know how it is when the first time you get on panel though too. And you were tired. You had gone to a birthday party or something too. So guess who's live with her boyfriend? Yeah, I know. That's cool. There's nothing, it's like there's nothing, yeah. There's nothing you're gonna say that I fake cry or that I mean, one of the things that was said was that, you know, renting out my place down there, and then I kind of cleared that up as to, hey, whenever I can, when I'm able to. And the other thing too, the only other thing for people who might have questions, when I'm able to work, I'm going to be so completely happy, so completely happy. When this, unfortunately, what's going to come first is my divorce is going to be final before I'm actually okay to work. So that's going to happen. I'm caught in a really bad spot right now, and I have been. And for the first months of it, I did everything I could to not ask any help from anybody. I did everything I could possibly do to not ask any help. I did. I didn't want to ask. This is so new to me. Never in my 50 years of life have I ever had to ask people for help, let alone online where you know that that's going to happen to you. And it hasn't. I mean, a few people, and I know where they come from, but primarily the messages of, you know, and like I said, at the end of this, the people who have given to me via PayPal, I will go to them and I will say to them, do you want your money back, or do you want me to pay it forward to somebody else, whatever the case may be, because I don't want handouts like that right now. I really need it. I'm open to any sort of way to get through the next few months, you know, and get on with my life. And it's saved me from, there is a point when I wasn't going to ask for anything. There's a point of despair where you think your only other, like, I wasn't going to kill myself. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I'm gonna, you know, do anything bad to myself, or I'm not saying I'm gonna commit suicide. I'm not saying I was ever suicidal. However, in your head, when you run out of options at times, it scares you to the point it takes you to that I never was put in my life. So that's just the truth. That's just the truth. I don't know what I would do without you guys. I really don't know. I said I wasn't going to cry, but I really don't know what I would do without you guys, because you guys are awesome. Vegas Barbie, you know, I won't be going into what I had done years and years and years ago. But something I was looking into the industry of, like, because I used to help do events, was part of the thing that I would get together, coordinator. I would like to do something for, like, because, you know, depends on where I am. If I am here in Vegas, definitely like some sort of an event coordinator. I know people who are involved in the BBW, like, industry, that they come out here, and one person got this job and doing, you know, that kind of a work and getting people together like that, something like that. Um, I know I did the nursing home place. I'm not qualified to go into the nursing home and do anything of like a medical nature, but if I could be some sort of an events coordinator at a place like that, if I even qualify for that, maybe it would be going back to school and learning something, not a long time, because I'm not looking for that, but something just to learn the industry or updates on the industry for maybe 6 to 10 weeks. And that I am excited, because I am really a people person, and it gets me out of being depressed. So, and I don't drive. I don't know if you know that, but I don't drive. Hey, JK, is this really you? If it is, why don't you have your wrench? Let me go to your channel, JK. We have to give JK his wrench if it is. I'm not subscribed. Something must have happened, because I know I was subscribed to JK NoCal. Something completely must have happened that I got unsubscribed to a whole bunch of people. Okay, so let me go here and make JK an admin, a moderator. Glenda, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Your prayers, 60s flower child, are all that I ask for, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Nick. Blue waffles, what words did I just say? About the what did I just say? You're very welcome. Thank you, Snowflake. Oh, Snowflake, you're an admin or moderator too, if you would help me, I'd appreciate that. Ooh, that would be cool, Juice. Lori has always got really good ideas. Lori Green has really good ideas, and she had made a mention. I won't say it because I'm thinking of doing it, but she's actually was gave me a really good idea of doing something online, and that I never, ever, ever thought. Nothing to do with the sex industry, nothing to do with anything like that. But that I thought that that would be interesting as well. And finding out I just have there's a lot that I have to, clear up on my plate that can happen right as soon as the divorce goes through. Get the money to move all the stuff to my final home, sell the home, pay off all the things that I have to pay off, and get my driver's license. And in the meantime, I will be getting physical therapy. It's awesome the people that you meet online. Because somebody that I met online has a husband who's a doctor, and just anyways, it's just they know a lot of answers about things, and they know a lot of different people, um, and know what's wrong with my legs. What happens too is like right now I just which the good part about it is when I try to do something when I'm walking, they will really they really swell up, and the left one especially, the left one more so. And then when I stay off of it for a day and keep it all elevated, I will pee all day long and all that water will come off. So I will gain 10 pounds in a day, and then I will pee all day long, all that water comes out, and then I will have lost it. But it just doesn't. It's like usually that sort of a thing stops, after the wound is healed. So that means that there's something else that's going on in there. And because I had such a lapse in having an insurance, and everything costs a lot of money, MRIs, and even in people were saying back in Panama City Beach, I was so desperate at one time I didn't have any insurance, and it's just like go to the emergency room, and they will do that MRI, the lower body MRI for you. And it just so happens that I was able to do the X-ray, but they didn't have the MRI machine there because the hospital blew away. The hospital that was next to the emergency room blew away, literally. So it's just been one kind of comedy of errors after the other. And I've had, when you see me stay gone for a few days, like I really wanted to go on to Dave's panel yesterday. I really, really wanted to go on to Dave's panel yesterday. But the thought of being upbeat because he's funny, and everybody's funny, I just thought that I couldn't do it, and I didn't wanna bring a panel down by crying, you know what I mean? It's just whatever. But then I realized too is that when you get around people like Dave or like Juice or like anybody else who's funny, they make you laugh. And so, laughter is the best medicine. Kim, oh, Kim, that's such a good question. Darling, aren't you getting any spousal support? My heart breaks for you. Yeah, in the very beginning, my attorney was one that was recommended by my husband's attorney. And I was like a deer in the headlights. I just believed that I'm going to trust my husband. It's going to be all good, even though my friends said, duh, maybe you shouldn't do this. At that point, I was in a hotel that was paid for a couple of days. That's it. And I had a card to call. I had a card to call and a couple of days in a hotel, and that's it. That's absolutely it. No money, no bank account, because nothing was in my name. It was all in my husband's name. So, I can't, I can't go into everything, even though this is all out there. But um, my attorney at the time, very, very, very nice guy, really nice guy, didn't go for spousal support. He had said because he thought that it was going to be over quick, and if you put that sort of emotion before them, that it'll take a while. The divorce would be over before the motion for support would be even heard. And that's how this case always was, because in the beginning, from what I'm being told, my husband was literally crying to his attorney that I love her. I don't want this to be, I don't know what to do. So they had thought we were going to get back together as well. And at one point when Rory was there, we didn't get back together, but we tried to have us sell some of the things that were making him so mad that I had bought. And, it was basically like, it was never going to work. It was never going to work because it was never really about that. But I didn't understand all this narcissistic discard. I didn't understand all this stuff at the time. I still don't understand. I still don't understand what happened to my life. I don't understand. It's easy to think of, oh, I said this at this time, or I said this, but just like I said, that the crime didn't fit the punishment for Dave and Becca. This, certainly, you don't do that to a wife. I mean, you just don't do that to a wife, what he did, because I wasn't a wife that was going to fight him at all. So anyways, that's the long story. It was always like, this is going to be over. This is just going to be over. This is just going to be over very soon. And he came to me at the end, because I moved on and had a different attorney. He came to me and said that he believes that was a big mistake that he made. And that's why he was trying to kind of at the end make it right by getting a settlement for me. And trust me, if the settlement would have ever been anything that was halfway reasonable, because I'm not a gold digger at all. I met my husband. When I met my husband, he didn't have anything at all. In fact, I had sent him, one thing he said he remembered about me was that before I went down there, I sent him a sampler of cheesecake. And because he didn't have anything, he ate all this cheesecake. And he'll never forget that I helped him out when he didn't have anything. And anyways, money changes people. And I think that when you have a really good attorney that keeps two parties apart, it changes people too, because in my opinion, he's making money off of him. So there you go. And thank you guys for, wait, hold on a second, guys. Thank you guys for taking care. I appreciate the admins, the moderators in here. I appreciate moderators. Thank you, Kim. Yeah. Thank you, JK. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really want to, hold on a second, guys. Yeah. 60s. Thank you. Yeah. I just want it at this point to be over with. I'm so ready to be over and to be healed. I'm like anxious. I'm anxious to do everything. I'm anxious to get my body fixed and see at this point in my life how much damage was done and what I can actually do for work now physically. Because I mean, if you got to think, I couldn't even be in Florida and staying there unless I wanted to be in Florida and stay upstairs. And that, because in my Florida place, you go up like 2 sets of stairs and then you're at my place. And then in my place, you go up a very long set of stairs to go up to the bedroom. And I could not do that. And every time I tried to do that, my knee would just swell up. And I am heavier, so it's not as if crawling around, and then plus I have the nerve damage on my other side. So it's not, I get it. I would ask these same questions out of anybody who has a wish list or who has anything. I completely get it. And I don't, and I know that people will come along and try to do things like Lindy and Boris are doing. They're only mad right now because the only reason is because I'm friends with Dave and Becca. If I was not friends with Dave and Becca, and I don't, and it's not about the money for that, because, money comes and goes, and I would not sell my soul for some extra money from somebody. I believed this. I already said I was sorry to them. I already said, try to make amends before they even gave me any money. I don't know if you guys were there for that, because I believe this. And because I believe that Dave is actually ill, because it's something that was the biggest event in my life up to that date, is losing my 38-year-old brother to colon cancer. Because I heard in Dave, my brother Gino, I heard in Dave, my brother, that I wasn't going to let it go to where he dies. And I followed the crowd because people were going to be angry with me for doing that. And all that was done before any money was given. And Dave didn't want to forgive me at all. I mean, he wasn't, Becca was a lot more forgiving and nice, whatever. And we both said things. So, thank you, 60 Flowers Child. I love that name. I love the 60s Flower Child name because I just love 60s flower children. Thank you, JK. Screw them, Kat. No one should have their divorce papers picked apart by losers online. You'll be stronger and happier now this is over. James, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would love to meet you and your wife one day. You guys are awesome. You're awesome. I would love to meet you guys one day. I wish you guys would come out with Rosie to Las Vegas in next month, because I'm going to be meeting her. I wish you guys could just drive out to Las Vegas for a day. That would be so totally fun. I'll be on my scooter, chooching around with Rosie one day if she'll have me. I'll have to get like an all-terrain scooter with the wheels, because the places that she goes has like dead bodies, and Rory was funny because Rory is like scouting out other places to go that are like the worst possible places. Like, where can we get Rosie in more problems, in more trouble, to send her there? So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see this. You just sort of threw, oh, let me see. And your bus, you said she talked you into trolling, and you also said she has a small house. It was degrading. Oh God. Okay, let me go to their channel. Okay, subscribe to you. I completely did not throw Rory under the bus in my last hangout, and she doesn't think so. I mean, I was just here talking about her. I mean, I appreciate that you would worry about my friend, but that's not it. She has a small house for 4 people. She has, and I don't want to, she's got 2 very active children, and herself and her husband is very ill, with his own heart problems that she's made very, that she's told people about. And I felt extremely guilty of putting one of them out of their bedroom. They would have had me there forever, completely. When the opportunity came up that her mother-in-law, that their in-laws had another rental property, that it would be just month to month until I could get back home to Florida. And right now, Florida is, we would want to go back to Florida after I get a little bit of money to be able to take the stuff from Florida and put it into storage so that place can be rented out. We're also finding out if it could actually be done, because so much is owed in special association Special Assessment Association, we're talking, you know, $50,000. There was a $38,000 special assessment plus association that hasn't been paid for, you know, years. And that, so it's not as easy as you got to go through, you know, an association for all that. You have to have money to get back there to put your stuff in storage. You just can't say, hey, I have a blow up cot here, let me just rent that out. It just doesn't work that way. I wish, if I was financially able to, and I had an extra $5,000 and could clear all that up, I would love to, because then I could actually pay the $800 that I pay here, which would be less, and then charge, like, you know, I don't know what I could get for that. It depends on the time of the year. It just depends on the time of the year. But I would be able to at least make $700 or $800 a month on that if I could come up with like $5,000 first to get everything done. So, and if I would be even able to, with all that's due, if the association would allow me to. Right now, I'm not on very, very, very solid ground with them. So, oh, let's see, down here. A tiny house. I love those tiny houses. I watch all those videos of like tiny houses, and even the tiny apartments in New York, because like New York City, a tiny apartment, but you're in like New York City, would be amazing. And plus, tiny place, you just don't have, you know, you don't keep as much stuff because you don't want to get it to be cluttered. We were dream thinking, a friend of mine the other night, about, you know, when all this is over and where I would want to actually make my kind of like forever home, you know, where that would actually be. And she was trying to say, oh, you do need at least a 2-bedroom, you know, you do. And yeah, that would be nice, because I'm used to that, and I've had that, an extra bedroom for like an office or, you know, filming room or extra bedroom or whatever. But I really see that I don't need that, because the space that I live in now, that I'm in right now, is tiny. I mean, the space that I occupy in the space that I'm in, because it's all other parts of it is being rented out too, is not big. And stuff doesn't make you happy. It just doesn't. So I would rather, when I'm able to, I would rather buy something smaller and be smart with my money, something I haven't been in the past. That's a big lesson I've learned out of all this stuff. So let's see. Tiny house on the beach, yes. Guess who's watching my chat? Hey, Bearwolf. Who? What am I missing here? I'm sorry, guys. Oh, Glenda, where are you? Glenda? Where are you? Let me go back there. Mama Mouse in a couple of weeks. San Diego. San Diego. If you're anywhere close to that, I would love to meet you. I would love to meet you. Oh, the UK. Oh, you've got all those beautiful, beautiful homes over there. Old, beautiful architecture and greenery. And I know that you hate the rain, but I love the rain. Hey, Vicky, welcome to the room, to the chat. Yep, I need a bath, a way to cook, have food, and go to the bathroom. Exactly. Hey, Kim, I'm doing good. Thank you very, very much. Oh, you're next to the beach? Or next to the beach, yeah. Oh my God, girl. How does it work on here, this YouTube messaging system? How does YouTube messaging system work? I heard Oda talk about it earlier. Is it different so I can message you via YouTube? Oh, always smells good after the rain with those ions in the air. It's like just, oh my God. Anybody hear any, I know this is like drama gossip, but anybody hear any news about the Elvis thing? Were those really gunshots? And what about you guys? Elvis actually said postpartum depression. Oh my God, that is hilarious, dude. Oh my God, people were like, dude, were you pregnant? Were you pregnant? Postpartum depression. Let that sink in. Oh my gosh. Oh, I watched a little bit of a Totally Clueless. I think they sounded like guns too. Hearing it back, it was, but he's used to, he's a Syrian, so he's used to in the middle. Well, hasn't been to the Middle East. I have, so maybe that's why he's not used to it. But the Middle East, they always after funerals or weddings or whatever, they always go outside shooting guns. So I kind of thought he hadn't that it was odd that he hadn't even heard of that. Like he said that he was used to people doing donuts or whatever. At least if he's a Syrian, he should be used to Middle Eastern people, right, Jews? I mean, they go outside of weddings or funerals or any party, and they just shoot up their gun outside. That's kind of what they all do. So I just thought that was. I know that he was scared. I mean, he's thinking. In the back of his head, he's thinking, shoot, one of them found me. Like, I don't want anybody dead at all. But I do think it's very funny how I bet he wet his pants. I really bet he wet his pants because he seemed very, very frightened too. I almost feel bad because if I don't want anything physically to happen to anybody on here, but hey, Sean. He's got postpartum depression after laying all those poop babies. When he goes, he's like, wait, dude. He's like, no, seriously, man. I think I've got postpartum depression. I think I do. Yeah, it's postpartum depression. And it's like, wait a second. Even if he's trying to stay post-traumatic stress disorder, right? But he thinks it develops like the instant an event stops. So you can like diagnose yourself, like go to the ER like right after that. Like say you just witnessed something horrible, drive yourself to the ER and they go, oh, you've got post-traumatic stress disorder. Here's a pill. Or how he thought that he was now a hero and that Trump, he should get an award from somebody. Oh God, what is with him and his repeating? He repeats. He's a character. He is a character. Let me read some of this. Oh, is Mallory here? Mallory, darling. Is this really Mallory? And why don't you have a wrench? Let me go see. What's all the wrenches? Either that or I didn't wrench everybody when I thought I did. Is that her? Yes, it is her. Let me see. Hold on a second. Hello, hello, hello. She's got that entrance. You know she does. You know how she's saying it. Hello, darling. You know that's it. The furthest east that douchebag has been is Key West. No, I don't think he has been out of the USA. Let me think. No. So you're right. He would, but you'd think maybe his family would talk about how in the Middle East this is what they do. He prays enough to, assure. You think he would know it more or something. Hey, Kenko, welcome, 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 welcome. He has PTSD for his constant inability to wipe his own ass. He tries, but he can't. Now, what does he do with that? Okay, you guys, come on now. Okay, let's be real. Okay, he poops in the Walmart bag, but he's not some like little svelte little young man to where he's gonna poop and it's not gonna like touch anything. I know this is like TMI, but it's gonna like touch the sides. Is he wiping? Is he like, ew, 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 ew. And what about when he had all those problems? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't, I mean, I guess you get used to it and he seems fine with it. So Too much, I know. What happened with his tires? No, what happened with his tires, flower child? I know, Vicky, right? I just sound like that when I eat 5 years of corn. um, what happened with his tires? I know that, okay, so Norm wanted him to get the more expensive Firestone tires, I think, but he was hooked on getting the ones from Walmart. This is the last that I heard. His tires are too small for the rims. No, no. Are you serious? Oh my God. He had bad lug nuts? Oh my God. There's ChatGPT TMI. I'm going to change that too. He got the wrong size? They had to cut them off? Did he had to pay for this extra? And did Norm pay for them directly? Or did he go with this more because Norm wanted those? Is that kind of like what I was kind of gathering? Because he was so hell bent on going to a place where he could get them from Walmart and have them replaced. And yes, Mallory, I am borrowing your admin Snowflake because Snowflake is amazeballs. And you already know that. He yelled at the guy. Is this the okay? I'm gonna like bring this up when you guys are here. I am gonna like bring this up on here. Hold on a second, guys. I have to. I have to. I have to. Hold on. Let me see. Where is it? Let me see. Elden Travels. I am subscribed to him, but let's see. Lisa alignment. Oh my God. Hold on a second. Let's see.
What's going on, guys? I got the Lisa at the shop here. They got her up. I think they're going to try to get an alignment done on her. Got her at the shop behind me here. So I'm going to get the Lisa alignment. Hopefully they're going to tell me if it needs one or not. And just wanted to show you guys real quick.
He's got his headphones on. That's funny.
Got the Lisa at the shop. Got her on the rack here.
They got it up there. I know he was worried
Nice
about
rack,
that, right?
man. Yeah, custom made. They got my alignment going on. Yeah, is it going to be a line? It needs? Is there anything wrong with the front end? Anything wrong with the front end? Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. Does it need anything on the front end parts? I mean, it's okay. It's okay, okay. How long does it take?
I can't believe it's been this long and he hasn't had tires replaced.
Is there a coupon? Okay, 551. Okay, all right.
Well, okay. This is
so
a different one.
This is gonna get an alignment about $100. Got her on the rack for all my fans on YouTube. Just want to make this video. Alignment should be in coming for the Lisa Marie for the Royal Chariot, baby. There she is. You got him on her. So anyways, just want to make that video real quick for everybody while I'm...
Okay, he's going to repeat that. So it must have been on... Wait, Lisa Marie at the shop? Is that... Let me get back to you guys. Oh my God, I had so many windows open. Do you have a coupon? Exactly. This is getting the alignment, not the tires. So is it the one that it said Lisa Marie at the shop? It's called Saturday Night Live? Okay, let me put some of that one on. He looks so tired. I always feel bad. I always feel bad for someone who looks so tired. He looks so tired. I know. Such a tough life he has. You know what tough life he has. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me get back here. Elvis Travels, Saturday Night Live. Okay, let me see if I can. I'm going to go fast forward.
I talked to a Caucasian individual.
They're always, do you guys notice that? It's always like they have to be identified as the color that they are. Do you guys notice that? Yes, I do. Send me a message. It's plugged in right now, but send me a message, please, so I can get you back in there or get you in there. Please. I would love that. I would love that. Let me see. Hold on a second, guys. It's called Saturday Night Live. Okay. But I mean, he's got to constantly like identify the people as their color. Like, okay, dude. All right. I'm like, we have to. Is this all like, for a police lineup later on? He's gonna like describe them. Well, she is a Czech woman of. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Oh, hold on.
Get me serviced. And went there the next day, and the manager of the store was I believe, some sort of an Asian of Asian descent.
Juice, exactly. Yeah. Oh God.
And
polka dots. You see?
He had informed me that well, he informed me.
Let me fast forward it up if I could. Let me see. Hold on. Make it faster.
How you doing, Amanda, man?
Make him a little bit faster.
He had informed me that he would not be able to service the Lisa Marie. I asked him why. He came up with a lot of excuses. He said, first of all, he couldn't get it into the Bay Area, that he couldn't lift the Lisa Marie up, and that he didn't have a jack that was heavy duty enough to jack up the Lisa Marie on the outside of the facility to install the tires. I was very upset, and I had called a few more Firestones to no avail. They all told me the same thing, that they cannot
got it raining there, huh?
Pull it into the bay and work on Lisa Marie, that they didn't have a jack to work on Lisa Marie on the outside.
Because you be a polka dot person. That's what I'm talking about. Yo!
In front coming through. Yes, I got the tire done today. You can see it on the earlier video. So anyways, all that happened.
Is the power of Christ compels anybody to look at him.
Relatively nomadic. Thank you, brother. God bless you. Let's give him a woo. Thank you.
Was he chimping? Oh, was he chimping in this one? Oh, I love this. This is going to be good. And I even fast forwarded it a little bit up to 125. Hey, Nick.
We can't get it in the bay. We don't have jack to do it on the outside. Well, fortunately, I talked to a young African-American gentleman that would give me a good price on the tires and told me he could possibly get me serviced at Firestone, at his Firestone location. I think he was a service advisor or manager, whatever the case may be. I got to this respective Firestone. This man was there that helped me get the price down on the tires originally. And they were busy. And at Firestone, you're lucky if you even get in because everything is by appointment. So I was lucky to get in and get my rig serviced, actually. I was really lucky to get it done today, really without an appointment, just walking in. So I was very happy about I waited about an hour, about 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours had passed because they were busy, and they were able to get Lisa Marie in the bay.
Yeah, could you imagine him getting so indignant out there?
Of waiting.
Just waiting to pick a color.
Now I'm in the Firestone Bay.
I think you should, Juice. You were here, I'd be one too.
Making progress, taking the old tires off on Lisa Marie. And now, it's, like I said, by the way, it is raining cats and dogs. I'll give you guys a quick peek of where I'm at here. Let me show you guys. Look at the rain. I'll just show you guys the rain for now. It's thundering and raining. So, give you guys a view of the rain.
Okay, thank you.
So anyways,
I do love the sound of rain, though.
We got to Lisa Marie in the bay, and then when they went to take the tires off, as you guys know, the mechanic that had installed my rotors had stripped
oh my God, 60s, really?
Of the lug nuts that are on the rotor.
Yes, I think he is.
You see the lightning?
He admits he lost his temper.
So basically, when they went to take the tire off, it wouldn't come off. The two front tires wouldn't come off because the bolts were stripped, and there's that lug nut at the end of it, and so they had to literally cut three.
Yeah, he's always been a racist pig.
To be able to get the lug nut off, to be able to get the tire off.
He's getting mad now, replaying it, reliving it. You can tell.
Rubber Wilbur, I'm going to put you in a timeout. I don't really want you here on my channel,
he's
so I'm going to put
mad.
you in a timeout.
You're right, 60s. He's working it up.
So, anyways, let me see if the chat refreshes. So, anyways, they had to actually cut off two lug nuts on the.
Oh, if you guys will give me a like in here. I see somebody was busy with their unliking. 85 rotor, down. Give me a like, guys.
And one lug nut bolt on the driver's side.
Please.
Rotor. To be able to get the wheels
off.
Hey,
boss. Like
Finally
a boss
did that. I was happy about that. And
welcome.
That was another hurdle that I had to go through. Because they were telling me that originally they didn't want to do it because that's a liability. Technically, it's a liability for Firestone. They're not really supposed to do that kind of work, or they're actually not even supposed to mount a tire with missing lug nuts. I'm sure it's against their company policy, but anyways, they bent the policy and did it. So it is what it is. It had to be done. Actually, it had to be done because there's no way to get the tire off because the lug nut's stripped, and then there's a there's that lug nut at the end of the bolt, so there's no way to get it off with it spinning like that, and with the lug nut at the end. So anyways, all that happened. They finally got the tires on, and then I realized that
here it comes.
The wheels on the Lisa Marie are heavy-duty steel wheels. They're made for a 3/4 quarter-ton chassis. So you're supposed to use what they call high-pressure all-metal valve stems for the type of rig that I have. And it's recommended that you change them when you change when you change tires and stuff. So anyways, they ended up damaging some of my valve stems, and there was some damage to the valve stem when they're cutting the lug nuts off, and the two back wheels did not have the high pressure all metal valve stem. They had some rubber ones. So anyways, I kind of I had them call Napa, and they didn't really get the correct one. They got the wrong one, but it actually would work. They got a half brass, half rubber high pressure valve stem for some of the tires or some of the wheels, and those are not the correct ones. They're supposed to be all metal. An all-metal valve stem with, and if you want to get extensions, you can get extensions for them that are all metal for a high-pressure application for a heavy-duty rig like a 250, 350 chassis like mine. Well,
God,
anyways,
all
they got the valve stem on, even though it's not the best ones. They're half rubber, half brass. I wanted the all-metal. They didn't want to wait to get those, and so all in all, I was a little bit unhappy about their selection of the valves and them not wanting to go out of their way to get the right valve for me. So I had raised my voice on a couple of young gentlemen there.
I know, right?
They got really irritated.
It's this new age kinky stuff.
And it got pretty heated. And I don't really get heated that often, but I was upset that I wasn't getting the right all-metal.
Exactly, Mama Mouse. They wanted him out of there. Oh my God, how embarrassing!
I raised my voice and got a little bit, I wouldn't say belligerent, but I was upset that I was demanding to get the right valve stems, the metal ones, and have them order those, but they didn't want to do it.
arguing about that, saying the ones that are rubber and brass are good enough, which I know that they're not, because the rig originally came with the all-metal valve stems. They're all metal, heavy, extra heavy-duty, high-pressure valve stems.
Guys, follow Mallory
size, that's what you need.
on her channel. She's almost at her weekly goal. She needs 15 more people.
So,
and if I can get some more thumbs up, guys,
all that happened,
because we had the bad people who came in here to like me down.
Tires.
How could somebody not like me? How?
Cut off.
I'm lovable.
Bolts on the passenger side.
I don't know, 40 more people to like me, I'll maybe be even.
Like I said, to even get the tire on. So when I get to Chicago,
is this the fake Elvis? This is the fake Elvis. Hey, fake Elvis.
Install a new bolt.
I like the fake Elvis
that I have missing, so I'll have all 8.
The fake Elvis is welcome here. Fake Elvis gets a wrench. Wait, Elvis Travels is going to get a wrench, guys. He's going to die when Elvis Travels is in here with the wrench.
Hopefully that's possible to do that, because I don't want to end up buying new rotors, because the bolts are built onto the rotor.
And you guys, let's treat him like he's the real one. If Elvis, I think Elvis is blocked to my channel, but if he ever comes in, let's treat him like he's the real king, guys, okay? Please.
6 lugs holding the passenger tire.
I love this one. This one was nice.
I'll be fine. That's enough.
Make sure you time out the real one. Yes, no, and the real Elvis. The real Elvis, the fake one has to time out. I'm going to unblock the real one. So when he comes in, call him a clone. You guys, call him a clone.
Anyways,
you guys, I'm going to go to my channel and I'm unblocking him. So he'll come in and let's all call him a clone.
We'll see how that works out. All in all, they ended up giving me free valve stems. I was originally supposed to pay.
Look, this ass. These people were working. He already got a good deal on this.
But I ended up paying, as I showed in the video earlier, I ended up paying $629 out the door.
Oh, God. And these guys worked hard.
As you can see, there's a lot of lightning here.
Too bad it doesn't strike your van.
So, yeah. So I ended up paying $629.
So he chimped out on these people that are working. You know what? Who knows? They could, you never know what they're going to do when they work on your car after you chimp out on them. I wouldn't do that.
See it.
God. Dude. Does he ever wear clothing in the car? I mean,
Firestone Transforce HT2 LT 245/75 R16 E-rated 120 tire. Original price for 4 of them, each one was $164.09.
He got a great deal.
I got a savings on that of $164. I brought the tires down to $123 each. I had to pay a Georgia tire fee and scrap tire recycling fee.
Willie was the technician there. We should all give Willie some good reviews and say sorry about
and
Elvis.
I got the road hazard
Technician 03 Willie. Poor guy.
Which that cost
Who knows if Elvis didn't get him in trouble?
$23.79 a tire for a total of $95.16. And this was the deal here. Parts $587.44. Labor, they charged me $12 for labor. I don't know if, well, I thought I'm supposed to get free labor, but well, I guess I did. I don't know where that $12 is coming from. I think that $12 is from, it's actually not labor. I actually got free installation and balancing, which was cool. Actually, that's for the Georgia tire fee and the scrap tire recycling.
I mean, if you're already getting a really good deal.
So actually, it didn't pay for labor; it was free. Got free.
Would you have the audacity to keep on going for more? I mean, come on.
And
hey, Dano. Hey, sweetie.
And that came up to a subtotal of $599.
Glad to see your pretty face, handsome face in here today.
The tax is only 6%, and compared to being in like Niles, Illinois, or Chicago, where it's 10.25.
He now has a van without all the lug nuts in the front.
So out the door, I paid $629.70.
Oh my God, are you serious?
That's a dynamite deal. And I will be registering my tires at Firestone.com. These tires do not come with a tread life warranty because they're heavy duty commercial tires. There actually is no tread life warranty on these tires.
Oh.
They do have a warranty, but if you look
He
at the
doesn't even
warranty on these
shower.
tires,
Think of
actually,
the poor
these are
SOB
made for
that
fleet
sits next to
vehicles,
driver's
heavy
seat.
duty
I
vehicles,
mean, really,
and they're
if you
highway
think
tires
about
have an alternate
how
tire. They
that
actually do not
seat
have
really
believe it or
smells,
not,
and
they do
it's
not come with a
old and
tread
it's
life
velvet
warranty. They do
and
have
it
a warranty, but
stinks
it's very,
really so
but these are
bad.
extra heavy duty
I
tires
would
for
have a
fleet vehicles.
cover
They're
on it
smooth highway
that you
riding
could
tire.
wash. Wouldn't you
And
guys
they were
put a
recommended
towel
by
or a
the
sheet
chairman of the board.
a sheet
If you go
on
to
it
TireRack.com,
that you could
they're sold out.
wash?
That's how good of a tire
You
this
know what I
is. So
mean?
if you're sold out of this on TireRack.com, then you know it's a good tire.
I wonder if the guys at the garage had to drive
Firestone
the
Transforce
fecal
HT2
Marie on and off the road.
LT 245
They
75
probably
R16
did.
E-rated
I'd like to
10
ask. That'd be a good interview. Call up
So
Willie.
that's the grand total.
Imagine it. I mean,
Which-
really.
This would have cost me this much, about this much for the Goodyears at Walmart. So I think these are a step above the Goodyear from what I understand in my research. And originally the price was $165 a tire, but I brought it down to $123. So originally this was going to be over $900 for these tires, but I price haggled for free installation. I price haggled to bring the price from $164.09 to $123.07 for the tires, for each tire. I also price haggled for them to give me a free installation. And
that's
that ended
fine.
up saving me a lot of money because
There's nothing wrong with, saving money and everything. But when you're going to be that about it, and then you're going to also criticize other little things along the way, and when you do something like that, take care of the people who are, go back there and give him a good review. Or he just doesn't do anything for anybody but himself. I just can't stand people like that who just don't do anything for anybody but themselves. There's got to be bugs in that van. You know that. Why have good tires without lug nuts? Exactly. 350,000 fart warranty on the driver's seat. Oh, it was weird because looking at it, you can see it's, been used, but it's not like all torn apart. But that velvet of 30 years old, just with anybody, it would have to smell. And I don't see him shampooing out that. Do you ever see him shampooing out the seats or having that really good vacuum cleaned, just cleaning? Have anybody ever seen him get the seats shampooed and cleaned? It's got to be just really disgusting. I mean, he's a guy. I guess he can live in it. The outside of it, up on those blocks, I mean, it's a dated van, but it didn't have any major, body damage. That painting problem, if it was me, and if you had a little bit extra money, couldn't you fix that oxidation that he has done to it to kind of bring that back to life? How much would that cost to fix the oxidation on the outside and get that taken care of? Right. It was all free. It was all free. You will be blessed by Ashur. Yeah, it would. It would, Kenko. It would. It truly would. I don't even know. I don't know. You know how they say, like, if you smelled a dead body or if you've smelled something, you never forget that smell. So that's kind of like one smell I don't know if I'd want to have in my memory of knowing what it smells like. But I picture straight up, not even garbage, straight up ass. I picture, because how it gets so, and deodorant, like underarms. Rory said that when she was with him before, that he didn't like the last time, that she had to tell him to take a shower, even though, he had the shower right there, that he got to smell, he was smelling pretty ripe, was her words on it. So, ugh. He keeps saying it cost me. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Dano, did Norm pay? Is the reason he got these was because Norm said, get those and I'll pay for those, like, directly for those? Did he get these now? I mean, I know that he's had it paid for by all the super chats, but did he make a special donation for that? Exactly. You tell that, Snowflake, you tell that to Elvis. He won't say anything. He won't even give anything. Norm made him get those, so yes. Ah. Wow. Well, You know, it's going to be interesting. What's really going to be interesting, and I've heard about Dave and Becca are going to do this house up in Chicago, and I don't know when they're going to do it, but if they can do it when I'm not in California, I'm so there. I would love to be there. I would love to be there with the other people live streaming from that house and do my part to help it along. And we're the paparazzi. We can go out there, and I'm not there to cause any problems or to, you know, physically accost anybody, God forbid. But I think that that would be some good quality content. And I could even introduce Dave and Becca to my Assyrian friends. I could even bring everybody to an Assyrian wedding in Chicago because they have them all the time. Yeah. Well, you know, I was wondering, yeah, I know, I don't know if it's going to work out because I don't know when they're going to do it. If they do it, Rosie's going to be here in May. If they do it the end of May or beginning of June, then that would work out for me. I think it would be fun because look at all the people who are up there who would be, I mean, he was talking about doing it like a live streaming house, like everybody would have their different streams and they always be kind of running. I think it would be fun, not just even for the whole Elvis part of it, but for the just having everybody interact. I myself, as a viewer, would want to see everybody that you've been seeing on streams kind of interact, you know, throw some booze in there every once in a while. And those of us who really don't drink will have fun and we'll have the upper advantage to those who drink because then we'll like watch them. That'd be nice. Oh, thank you, Peachy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. I'm going to be getting back to doing some other videos too, because I know I've had a few messages from people saying, where are your regular videos? So when I'm able to, I will, and even just reviews on the stuff that I have. And Rory thought of a way to do like, what is there at the Dollar Tree that if you wanted to give a little glam party at the Dollar Tree, but do it kind of glam and glitzy and girly, but spend, say, less than, you know, 20 bucks definitely, because that'd be 20 items. And I thought about that. And there's a whole bunch of things that you could actually do. And so there's lots of other things that I'm going to be starting to do too, and just keep it, you know, keep it here with all you guys. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. So, is Becca here? Where is Becca? Why am I not seeing Becca? Let me see. Live chat? Did I miss it? Oh, okay. No, you were answering that. You were answering that. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Listening to Dave's chats, they're fun. And, you know, if you have people come after you, and if you're, you know, it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, you know, there's women, let's just say people who were talking about me today, if they had people come after them, they would be acting just the way that Dave was, defensive and in your face and back. But he's really helped out the whole community, and finding about how much he's done privately, and how much he is very loyal to his friends, and things you really thought nobody's different than anybody else. Everybody had their hands dirty. And to me, it says a lot if somebody's willing to lay down their weapons and get along after so long, because we're so old. Like, we're old. It doesn't have, it's as simple as it doesn't have to be this way at all. And you can just see, I mean, people will want to see other chats and it's like juicy, it's gossipy. What are they saying? And if I ever wanted to listen to what was being said about me, I know I could take every single thing and give the truth on it. And it's a completely different story. So just remember, only believe none of what you hear and only part of what you see. And that's really true, you know, and judge each person, like you guys know, how they talk to you. Like if you go into Dave's chat and if Dave is like nice to you or funny to you, don't listen to what everybody else is saying, because it's been done to me. You know, these people have said, oh, we brought a jihad on her before. You know, I don't understand why that's something good to do if you're past 12 years old. I don't understand why staying in the negativity is something good. I don't understand why peace is not a better option. And look at that. Look at the people who are doing it and what they're saying as opposed to the other people, you know? So yeah, very sick note too. And like I said, some people don't believe it, and I understand that. I can only follow my own heart and what I went through with my brother, and it is like exactly what my brother went through. And I am glad. I wake up in the morning and I'm glad that I tried to make amends months ago, because in case anything happens to him, and I hope nothing does. I hope nothing does, and it's all going to be good. But I don't want to have that on me, where you've spoke ill about somebody and didn't believe them and whatever, and then they die. Like, look at the little Rosie situation is different, but look at the little Rosie situation. That was a big thing too, for the people who were around for the little Rosie situation, and having people, just this mob mentality of people not believe her. Yes, she had a lot of support of people who believed her, but how hurtful was it to not even just her, to her family, because her family afterwards have still read the crap, you know? Dave's humor is, he's entertaining. He really entertains, and he doesn't want to have like some people can have a hangout and just have like no talking, or they don't really know how to run a hangout. You got to keep the talking going on. Like if you've got panel members, you got to keep them talking, and you don't want to have like that dead air. He gets that. So he won't want to come on and just have like dead air. He wants to entertain people. Like he wants to entertain people. And, you know, I'm not saying he wants to be an entertainer, but he gets it. Like, look at how he was with Rosie. How he was, if you saw that when he met Rosie. And at that time, I mean, I wasn't giving Rosie crap for meeting him at all. I mean, I was respectful of what she wanted to do. However, that was one of the things I saw, was how kind he treated her in real life. Dave and Becca, how kind. She went there the first night without Jen to see that if it was okay and try to see if it was all kosher. And they ended up having a really good time. And Rosie got shit for it, because she wanted to be friends with somebody, because she wanted to be kind. You know, it just doesn't seem like it makes any sense. Hey, Alpha, 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 Alpha. Yep, exactly. You guys, I am going to go right now. I'm going to answer you. I heard it ding off in the other room, Mama Mouse. So I'm going to go answer you. And I will be back on later. Rory's going to be having a live stream, and I guess she's tagging me along with her. We're going to be going to the races. So on her channel, we're going to be going to the races, and I think we're going to be seeing, they wanted to see if they had a golf cart that I could drive around in. Otherwise, she's going to drive me around. See, that's a nice friend. To go see all the RVs or something. So be prepared for that. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that this fat girl gets some tacos at the end of it. That's all I know about people. And I love you guys, and thank you for the thumbs up on your way out. And yes, exactly, Elvis Travels. Words to live by. The real Elvis Travels is who you are. And love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.